Somebody left me a Christmas gift. How nice of them. Somebody else left me Christmas coal, I think. The snowman of holiday cheer. And since I don't close my door, he fell into my bedroom. It's really cramped in here, mister. I can't click anything while I'm in here with you. I have to... okay. Great. What if I shave off your head? Will that help? No. Can't reach anything. But you're cuter this way. And I thought that was the end of it. No. Apparently, snowmen come in pairs. Let me take that off for you. There you go. Such a silly little face. Too bad most people don't even know you can shave the pumpkin off, so they won't see it. AFKing with Jolly and Whimsy. Merry Christmas. Thank you. It's not December anymore. You're a bit late. Call me Henry Ford, the way I'm improving my production line. Nice. What's up, buddies? My name's Mypowerbob, and welcome to yet another episode of CORECRAFT. And you probably want me to explain what I just built behind me. This is an automatic farm for all the prismarine items that I'm selling. As you can see here, we are auto-crafting prismarine blocks. They are filling up in the shulker box here, so that I can easily take them with me to the shop. The prismarine shards get poured down here from the top, and they get sorted on a... I don't know, what do you call that? A waiting list system? So a hopper, basically, will pick an item out of the container above it faster than a hopper will send an item to another hopper. So this hopper picks the shards out faster than this hopper can send it to the left. So all the prismarine blocks are crafting here, filling up, and once the chest here is full, this hopper will lock, and then the shards will start to go over here into this one, which is crafting bricks. After that, they go over here to lanterns, where they meet the crystal parts of the collection. And then at the very end, the shards go over here to the dark prismarine section, where I have to manually place in the black dye. But then we also, there are some residue that's coming off the Sea Guardian, so we got the cod section running out over here, and then just the miscellaneous mob drops, because there are a few regular mobs that are traveling through the system. I believe I already showed this in a previous video, but we got these spots here with the ice where monsters, regular mobs, can spawn, which is fine. It is apparently a good source of, gunpowder, which is very useful, and yeah, I don't mind. Lamps up there in case any of the chests are starting to fill up to the brim, which is probably going to take a long while. I'm probably going to have to AFK here for a long while. Speaking of, there's no third snowman up here, is there? No snowman up here. Okay. Anyway, that was a bit of a cold open that wasn't by definition a cold open. So, what am I actually going to do today? Well, today I am finally gonna get building. You see, CoreCraft has now turned 1 year old. And look at where I'm standing. There's nothing here. There's pillars, but they don't have anything to support. Where did the time go? What have I been doing? You know, I shouldn't be this slow at building. Come on, get it together, man. I mean, look at this. AJ has built a library, a neighborhood of houses, custom trees and stuff. Kench has this fortress castle thing on this... Looks like a walking rock. Looks like it has legs. But it's cool! Look at this! And then Faye over here has done amazing work with these big buildings with lots of colors, and of course this giant mechanical insect, I think it is. Look at that! Look at it from a better angle even. And we can't forget about Treb's rain. Wow. Huh. That really... okay. Hold on. And let's not forget about Treb's tower here, which is possibly one of my favorite builds on the server. I think that's obvious based on how many times I include it in cinematic shots. It is also one of the few things I can actually see from my base. But this thing is amazing. The tall tower, the island alone is amazing, and this thing came up overnight. I think he built it in one stream. That's insane. And it's quite literally towering over me. And I feel small, and I feel little, and I feel, again, disappointed in myself. And then there is Geeky, blowing us all absolutely out of the water. Look at this, there's a whole town here. And it's so compact with detail and care, and it's just amazing. The palette is amazing. It seems like every building here has a function. It is a farm of a kind. Lots of flowers everywhere for color, great use of copper, just lots of glass domes. Even these, the sniffer plants. And it's all so fantastic, and just exactly what I thought my place would look like by now. And then I'm just over here with... what do I even have? I have a balloon and a hole in water. And of course I have my Prismarine farm and my ink farm, but those aren't part of my base, you know? I don't have a proper house yet. I have my starter house, but my actual house, which is supposed to be this, I don't even live there yet. I have no bed. I don't have my chests here. What am I doing? I have wasted enough time on this server. I have to build this temple, and I'm doing it right now.
I wait for someone to save. I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while.
And there it is, at long last, my giant temple. I don't want to say Greek temple, Greek-inspired, sort of, very softly. I don't know, it's vaguely inspired, I guess it's the best I can say about it. But it is here, and it is giant. It is really towering. It's a huge build, maybe not mega base sized, more like a medium base, I guess, compared to a lot of the other stuff you'll find on YouTube. It is also very cramped. It is really utilizing the space it has. But I already plan to expand this here circle and dry out some more land in front of it, so that was intentionally placed. And it's more or less just everything you saw. Big open rooms, lots of white quartz walls that took a very long time to gather all of these quartz, and a few accents here and there with the red sandstone and the blue on top here, as well as a few little details like this to just fill in, you know, as well as this carved mural, I guess. I don't know if there's like a specific word for this kind of stuff, like a 3D mural on a temple, but you recognize what it is, you know. And I do enjoy that the guardians here kind of look like eyes, like it's ominously watching you. And once you see it, it's really freaky. They look like Majora's Mask, but I really like that. So we got a walkway here, a lot of empty space that I can do whatever with. Maybe I'll put all of my storage up here. Over here, just under the door, is my bedroom. A little cozy place with a few currently empty chests, almost. My bed, and I can look down here on the the stairs down to the basement. Then we got the stairs down along these copper walls here. And you may notice some of them are starting to get weathered. Some of them are even starting to get exposed. Or is that the other way around? Anyway, yes, these copper blocks are not waxed at all. I'm just letting them stay here and, you know, decaying over time. You know, most of the time when you build with copper, especially on a large scale build, you don't really allow it to just decay over time like it's supposed to. And I thought this was the perfect opportunity to do that. Because I assume the... what's it called? The most decayed state of copper. What's it called? Anyway, I assume that is going to, you know, harmonize very well with the prismarine blocks. So, and the state that it's in now, I just finished building. So all of this happened while I was building. It's why I built this first. And yeah, it's pretty cool to just see it slowly age over time. And speaking of, the mural out here, these aren't waxed either. But I built them last because I want to keep them the full orange. And I'm deliberately putting the task on myself to go and shave these with the axe. Scrape, that's the more correct word. Yes, I'm going to shave these every now and then when they do need shaving. And then we have the ceiling here, which has a pretty cool effect. I hope the bitrate on YouTube doesn't destroy this, but I just left the attic completely empty, and what you're seeing, the little light flickering, is, well, it's oak trapdoors, and it's the slabs of the roof, which are, you know, bugged, so they're letting light through in a weird way. And I thought that was so cool of an effect that I just didn't do anything with the attic. Now, speaking of lighting bugs, there are some more around here. I don't know if it's because this place is just so big, or what it is. There's a lot of darkness here as well. Which, to be fair, I am using soul lanterns, which aren't as bright as regular lanterns, as well as having my brightness on just 50%. I went to the BWO school of immersive cinematic lighting. But yeah, down here, I just put a hole through the wall. I'm probably going to make like a redstone piston door here. But I got a water elevator up to the attic here. And it's where I put my portal, so that people can access this place. And I just made a very weird way to get down. Now, the windows here are one of my favorite parts. Really, what I'm most proud of. Because these are just banners. You can just place a banner on top of another banner. It doesn't need to hang off a block. And so all of these windows are, I don't know what the word is, but you can fly through them. There's no collision there, because they're banners, of course. So, oh, okay, well, there are fences to the side and stuff. But really, what this means is that if I have to go a specific direction, there's a swamp over there. If I need to go there, I can just fly out through the window. And then, when I'm coming home from the swamp, I can just fly back in. If I don't hit the fence again, oh, I did. Oh, and I might also hit a pillar after getting through. So it's a bit risky, but it's fun. Now, one thing I really struggled with on this build was the white wall here, because it is very flat when you first notice that it is flat. There's no gradient, there's no block variant, it's all just quartz bricks, which is partially why I made the orange and blue accents here to separate it a bit. I tried to make like a gradient, some shading, but I'm not good at that. That's really not my forte, and yeah, I just left it as is in the end. But I did do gradient on the roof. For whatever reason, that is easier for me, because this isn't really shading, you know. It's just going from one block to another. And I think it works. It almost looks like rain damage or something like that, you know? Like when it's raining, the water would pool down and kind of ruin the color of the brick roof. And because of that idea, I even had to make some drains here. And yeah, I think it's a really good gradient, except for the weird lighting bugs. I don't know if that's like version specific, if that's going to be something that's going to be fixed or is fixed in a newer version. Of course, we got the backside here, which is pretty bland and barren, especially with this part here, but that's because I'm going to build something on the backside in a future episode. So yeah, I finally have a mega base, a proper base to call my home. So now I can take all of these chests, all of this weird storage and stuff, and place it in a more permanent spot, even though it's all been sitting here for a year. Now, I wouldn't say this build is completely finished. It is still missing a few things, a few details that I didn't intend to put in, but at this point it just felt like I had too much on my plate already. It was already so much I had to build. I just decided to save it for later, because it is just details, it is just, you know, decor. And so that is mostly something between these pillars here. Some giant banners and such. Something to break up the symmetry of this view. It is identical. Between each pillar is the exact same thing. So I think some banners. Yeah, some banner. I don't have any other ideas. Like if I pull up some footage from Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the temples there, something like this, you know, one step at a time, you know. Oh, okay, whoa, okay, there's the ring. Oh, whoa, hey, whoa, okay, whoa, I'm losing control. I'm tempting the fates. Now, there is another thing here I want to talk about. This little guy. This is John. I don't know where he came from or when he entered this basement, but he was here when I started building, and I named him John because that's sort of a tradition on my channel, and I don't speak of it often, but I always have John here with me in every series I make, which is a tradition that's going all the way back to my very first Minecraft series when I was 12 years old and used a family computer which absolutely did not have the hardware to record a Minecraft video.
I think I shall trap him like this. And trap me too, yay. But anyway, oh, look at him. I think I shall name him John.
And yeah, he serves just like a piece of history that I take with me to remind me of how long I've been doing this and how far my skills have come regarding building and video making and stuff. Glad to have you here, buddy. Now, with that being that, let's move on to the next part of the video. Hello and welcome everybody to Story Time. Once upon a time, I built this Piglin bartering farm. This was used to get quartz for building, but once upon a time I got a lot of other items I didn't need that much. So, once upon a time I got an idea. What if I gave them away for free? then people gave me diamonds in return. For free. So once upon a time I found a nice little spot in a shopping district, and once upon a time I started to build the convenience store. Now, once upon a time I realized I'm not going to be online 24/7 to man the store. So once upon a time I decided to hire a minimum wage worker. But once upon a time I realized that a piglin cannot survive in the overworld. It'll turn into a zombie. So once upon a time I decided to get a piglin head. But once upon a time there was a problem. Piglin heads are part of vanilla Minecraft, and thus you cannot get them by having the mob head data pack and just killing them. So once upon a time I trapped a creeper and waited for thunder. And once upon a time when it started rumbling, I flew over to the creeper, hit the lightning rod with my trident, and tricked the charged creeper into a nearby portal. I took off all my valuables, and so once upon a time I went through the portal with my shield raised. Now, once upon a time, when I got to the other side, the charged creeper blew up on the piglin I also had trapped. But once upon a time there was a problem. The charged creeper had blown up the portal, so once upon a time I was stuck in the nether without the flint and the steel and without the rest of my gear. However, I was not afraid. Once upon a time I escaped the nether starting with an empty inventory, so I knew exactly what I had to do. So once upon a time I started to punch wood, craft tools and mine gold. Then, once upon a time, I started to barter with piglins, which is funny considering I'm doing this to sell all this stuff. However, once upon a time they didn't give me what I needed, so I started to explore my nearby surroundings. Quickly, once upon a time, I realized the surrounding area seemed kinda familiar. After some more walking, once upon a time, I started to spot signs of player meddling. I then realized that once upon a time, this was my nether fortress, and that once upon a time, this was my player meddling. I jumped down and once upon a time found my own nether portal. So once upon a time, I went through it, swam back to once upon a time get my stuff, and once upon a time flew over to the shop, and once upon a time put the head on the zombie piglin. Once upon a time. We then lived happily ever after. And there he is. The convenience store with the giant inflatable piglin head. Now the store is called 7-Eleven. I don't know if that's exactly PG for YouTube, but it is what it is. I think you can understand the reference. So here we have the man himself manning the store. And yeah, it is as it is. And we have already gotten some sales. I don't expect anybody to buy the fire charges, honestly. Oh, but string has gone. A lot of string has gone, actually. Huh. Now, as you notice, I'm not selling every single available thing from Piglin bartering. There's no iron nuggets, for example, which was deliberate because we already have an iron shop over there, and I didn't feel like price fighting. And also, I would sell them as nuggets, which I don't think anybody would bother with those, which then they would have to craft the ingots. And yeah, I got a free spot for here for dried ghasts. At the moment, the server isn't updated to the Happy Ghastling version, so this will have to wait. I don't think anybody has bought a Hogland hot dog yet. No one? Okay, that's fine, I guess. I wondered, do I have any sales in my Prismarine shop? No. Yes! Ooh, okay, look at that! I've almost gotten back all the diamonds I lost in poker last episode. It seems like there was a third snowman after all. He has been walking around here, making a mess, and I'd bet he probably died in a pool. Merry Christmas. So let's see if future me has managed to move all his storage to his new house. Yes, indeed I have. Although, it doesn't look like I own much when all of this is placed in the big room. But I managed to move everything out of my balloon and surrounding area and sort them neatly into different chests. Except for most of the cobblestone and andesite and other rocks, which I'm going to have to build a specific storage for. A stone bank thing, like I have on my world building series. And so with that, I am basically fully moved in here. The furnace situation isn't ideal. I'm probably going to have to build an auto smelter of a sort, like in the wall maybe or something. But for now, it's working very well. And while I'm here, I gotta mention the copper, which has started to age beautifully. And even some pieces like this is fully aged. I mean, I've been here a bunch already to sort stuff in a chest, so yeah, it does take a long time for this to age. And speaking of aged copper, yeah, this needs to be touched up already. You know, I opened this can of beans and now I gotta lay in it. Oh, okay, not quite. At least I have this. Oh yeah, I'm going to waste a lot of time doing this. Oh, yeah, okay, especially if I do that. What is going on? That was the wrong trident. Where did it go? Hold on, come back to me. Thank you. Oh, and I didn't even fly there. But I got to my destination. Oh, okay, yeah. Lots of fun to be had with this. Question mark? Anyway, boy, would you look at the time. It's been long, and I think the day is ending. And with that, the sun sets on yet another episode of CORECRAFT. And what a horrifying thing that is. You see, it turns out that my roof is a mob farm. I forgot to account for that. So now I gotta figure that out. But that's for another day. I don't know what I want to put up there. It's not really any buttons that would fit, and I don't want to put torches either. But that doesn't matter now. For now, it matters that this video is going to end. So thank you all so much for watching this video and for spending a whole year with me here on this server. That is quite astonishing. This series, the past year, has been absolutely amazing, and the episodes I've made, I personally think is some of my best work ever. I put so much effort and heart into these videos. Let's not forget a bit of money as well. And I've just had a lot of fun with it. And then all the people I met here on the server as well. Wonderful, great people to play with. And let's not forget talented as well. Yeah, it's been so good. I've really enjoyed my time here on this server. And hopefully, and probably, that good time is going to continue on. So, thank you all so much for watching this episode. You're looking very lovely today. Subscribe if you enjoyed and leave me a comment telling me tell me what your favorite thing I did in the previous episodes was and what you would like to see more of. I really do enjoy some feedback. Either good or bad, really. So, again, thank you all so much. Hopefully, we'll see each other again in the next episode, no matter how long until that will be. But until then, have a good night's rest, eat well, and goodbye.